77. Jesus.
But yeah, let us get into session 77. So, last time we left off, the party gathered their stuff, gathered their allies, and headed down southwest to the region of Uha to investigate the sandstorm phenomenon that took place. And they traversed in their giant, huge iron crab.
Wendell.
Wendell,
yes. And throughout the journey, they encountered the storm giant, which I don't think any of you got the name of.
I did.
Oh, got you. Then what is it then?
It started with a Q.
No, it's a part of their name, but it's not their actual first name.
Is this
Okay? Well then,
You just assumed.
no, I might remember. I might be remembering the actual stat block.
This is why we don't metagame, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why we don't be predictable, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sure Takari has it written down. They did so much research on these giants.
Anyway.
Hang on. Let me look for it. I'm looking for it.
I'm
actually looking for it. I actually found it.
Oh, let's see.
I found it.
Let's see.
It was Nezor.
That is correct.
Niedor.
You should get like a
I did have it.
inspiration or some shit for that.
Nezer's heard that name before. Nezer before.
Nezer before. Okay. Takari, take a free point of inspiration on me.
Hey, Gunther.
Yeah.
And this is why we take notes, kids.
Does our vehicle is it an actual vehicle or a vehicle out your brain cabin?
Well, I haven't finished the recap yet.
Well, no. I mean, is our vehicle an actual thing that I can add to my thing?
No.
Okay, I was in. Yeah, fine. Okay.
Fine, be that way.
Just reskin something else. No.
Yeah. So, and along the journey through the desert, the sandstorm, they encountered Nezor, the storm giant that was controlling this storm. There's a lot of storms there. And Dearest attempted to persuade them not into combat, but it seemed that Nezor was intent on finishing them off. And so, combat ensued not just with Nezor, but with a bunch of dust devils that were formed during the storm. There have been some close calls. There have been some near deaths, but the party managed to survive, and with Hugbear taking the final blow, managed to take down what is the last giant. Afterwards, Hugbear was taken to that place and learned a little history of Wuhan, where before the war, it was the place where magical creatures and humanoids were the most peaceful place to live for humans and magical creatures. But it also stored this artifact of sorts that Arley used in the Great War, which you've put together is what he's currently recharging to. And in their shame of what they have done, the town hid itself in sand. But the storm giant reassured that it'll, in a couple days, I think I said 2. In 2 days, the sand will be cleared. And when Hugbear came back, he found that in his hands was a book and I think it's a robe. Yeah, robes. Pair of robes. No, one robe. Jesus, I am not doing well right now. So, what do you all like to do? You have just finished off the battle, And for some of you with a high enough passive perception, you look around and you begin to see that some parts of the sand begin to divot. But it's not because the sand underneath is disappearing, because the layer on top is beginning to poof from existence.
Can I attempt to repair the crabby?
Go ahead. What do we go roll for this?
I have tinkery tools
Okay.
and smith's tools.
You have tinkery tools. Are you proficient in these tinkery?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what you're gonna do is you're
I'm
gonna
proficient in all tools.
Look, excuse you. You're gonna take a D20, add your proficiency, add your intelligence.
If there's any heavy lifting needed, or like, hey, hold this up, or tilt the fucking whole machine this way, Hugbear will.
Okay, so my intelligence.
Gotcha. Yep. So 6 plus whatever your intelligence modifier is.
19.
19. With Hugbear's help of lifting, being able to almost easily lift up parts of the giant crab, you're able to restore whatever health that the crab lost, and the crab is good. The crab seems to be fully functional.
Thank you.
I know how long did it take us to get here, because we only have so much power to get back.
I thought it took us like at least 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, up to the border, and then we started heading into the storm. How long did we start? How long were we in the storm for?
I don't think we were in there
2
very
days.
long. All right.
2 days.
Really?
You were outside at the front of the storm for 2 days to have a full battery, and then you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you were in there for I'll say you look you guys look inside and you see a little battery timer thingy of
Sure.
basically the indicator telling you how much battery power is left, and basically what you got is you were in the storm for, because it was somewhat hard to tell time there, with all the sand and barely no sun. You were in there for 5 hours.
We didn't go very far at all. So we have plenty if we want to continue heading. Are we heading down towards the temple? Is that more or less what I saw in my vision? Yeah, where the temple's at. Now, the map that we have here, is that essentially what the group would have? Would I see there's a temple on our map, or is that metagaming?
No. So in your maps, that was the location. That was sort of the guest location of where the lost city was. But when you were brought into that dream and you saw where the town was and relevance for everything is, that's about where it is. Yeah.
So if we look at the map, guys, there is a town or village that was storing the tool that Arley is more or less charging here for world domination. I don't know if we want to just head at him full on over the next couple of days while this storm passes and eventually charges our bug, or if we want to head back, resupply, prepare ourselves for what could be final battle.
I think we should head back to resupply. That way we have what we need, or to get Slice leveled up, because he's kind of low level.
What are levels?
I was tapping out of character.
What do you mean you're talking out of character? Takari,
What
you're
is
so weird.
it? Takari, are you okay?
No.
Slice, are you even on our level?
Yeah, try to level Slice. God.
I have no understanding what you mean, my lord.
Like, we're here,
I will turn off the camera.
and you're like, here. You need to, like, get there.
Are you calling me
Sassy
weak?
teenage pop.
You were slapped around by... Oh, no, you know what? You didn't die. You didn't die. You know,
I didn't.
I think it's scratched. You didn't die.
He did die. Well, he got knocked down. He got unconscious.
I fell once. I will admit that.
I saved him.
Good job, Bob.
Thank you.
I'm happy to do whatever everybody else wants. That's one vote for go back home. How do you feel, Bob and Dearest?
I mean, I have something I need to do here first, but yes, after I'm done, yeah.
Right here?
Yes.
Oh.
How about you, Bob?
Yeah, we can go home for a little bit.
How quickly is the storm dissipating? Because the thought that's going through Hugbear's mind right now is if this storm is gone in 2 days, it's going to alert him that his giant's dead and it's fucking game on, and maybe that speeds up his process.
Oh, the storm is dead. As soon as the giant was killed, the storm just cleared out. It's the sand that slowly disappeared.
It says fuck, so he knows. Okay. If we're going to do anything in town, it needs to be quick because Arley now knows that all of his protectors are dead and his timeline is going to be rapidly advanced.
We should also snag that Dragon Slayer sword too. Now that it's unlocked.
Where the fuck was that, Shubia?
That was in Jesmium.
Cool.
Because one of the lizard folks were guarding it for us.
Right, it's probably just anybody could pick it up right now. We might want to hurry up and grab that then.
Yeah.
Other question, who's going to wield that bitch? Because I don't want it. I got a big-ass, beautiful weapon, but if we can't hurt the thing without it, then, I mean, who can do the most cha-cha-cha damage?
Maybe either Dearest or Slice.
Probably Dearest.
Because it is just like a longsword, right?
Yeah, it's a long sword.
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
Otherwise, I might be able to use it.
I found that I've been able to get a little bit better with swords lately. I actually might be able to wield it well enough.
Are you better casting big-ass spells in the final boss battle or slicing at somebody?
Both.
Okay. I'm fine with whatever. I mean, even if it went to slice, who can do one or a couple of swings with it. I'm happy either way. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be out there with my glaive, I'm pretty sure. Cool. Well, do we have the spells amongst you to teleport out here? We can leave somebody to drive it back. Who did we bring with us? Dugok. I trust Dugok to drive this thing home.
What?
You want to drive the crab?
You want me to drive that?
Wendell.
Wendell, yeah. Do you want the? Can you handle the responsibility? I know I gave you a whole kingdom before, and now I have to ask you if you can handle the responsibility of driving a crab machine. But that's where our relationship is.
Because you did the dumb.
You did the dumb.
Let me see if he can
The
understand.
big dumb. Massive dumb. huge.
Is that an ability to see if he could fight us in this battle of wits, or if he could drive the thing without fucking crashing?
If you can drive the crap.
He's not
We're
smart
gonna
enough to
have to drive it back.
How about this? How about you and Dearest and Takari and Slice or whatever can, and Hone can go and get the sword. Me and Dugok will drive the crab back because I can drive it.
Yeah.
Will
And I'll
you
go
be okay
straight
if we...
home. Yeah, I'll protect Dugok.
I can fend myself here.
What's up?
You're defending the crab. They're driving.
I
That I
will
can do.
get my stick out. I will hit you in the head with my stick.
Is that how we want to split it, or do we just want to go Dearest, me, Hone? Because I don't want to separate you from your wife. But just in case Bob gets attacked, I don't want them to be alone with an NPC. That's our character.
I'll be okay.
I think Hone should probably stay with Bob. You and me and Slice and Takari can go and take care of the sword and getting things stocked up for when Bop and Dugok and Hone get back.
Also, we don't have to worry about it running out of power because Bop was looking through some stuff in her pockets and she remembered that she knows how to pass daylight.
Oh, hey, that'd be helpful.
Yeah.
You know, when I was like, hey, don't you fuckers know how to control the weather? You know, we're level 20. Can you guys be gods already? And you're like, I sure wish I knew something like that. That's all right. We survived. Cool. Bop, are you cool if we leave you with Dugok and Hone?
I'll be safe. And I shall keep them safe.
What are you perceiving?
Huh?
Oh, that was just a test roll because my shit was broken.
Okay, you don't see it.
I'm trying to fix that so sneakily. Because it was just coming up.
So, anyone looking at what Dearest is doing while this conversation is going on, he is casting Mold Earth and creating a statue of the giant that they just killed in life size. And then after that's done, he's using Sacred Flame to heat it up and turn it into glass.
Dope. Oh god, we have to kill him again. No, I'm just kidding.
There's now a radiant glass statue in the middle of the fucking desert. We're good.
That is quite good.
Which, after completing it, you get a little panicky because you see it falling. You see it begin to fall down, and you realize, oh no, it's just the sand disappearing underneath it. As it's just very slowly just going with the sand to get touch the ground.
Beauty. That's a wonderful tribute. I had a few moments with your sibling there after they passed. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this after defeating a bad guy, but you get like a minute to talk with them. They seemed very honorable and quite content with death. Dearest.
Yeah, I yelled at Beholder Potion Seller dude.
Potion seller dude. Yeah, you just yelled at him the whole time. Okay. Yeah. Well, I was a little, but yeah. Just so you know, they were.
I was able to talk to him as well.
Any regrets on his side?
I don't remember. It was quite a long time ago.
Anyways, if that brings you any peace, Dearest, know that they're content.
Well, I still have one to bring back. And I still have one more statue to make, too.
Bob, does this thing have a compass? Or do you know your way back?
Yes.
Insight check.
Bob, you could go ahead. If you wish to not have Hugbear know what it is you're rolling, you can just roll a d20 and add the modifier to your head.
What modifier?
Whether it be
I missed the first one.
Ouch.
No, I'm not trying to deceive him. I think it probably does.
So Hugbear.
Yeah.
Not only are you really unable to read Bop at the moment, how can you know for certain that you're not lying to yourself right now? How can you know that you are truly who you think you are? Maybe you've been lying to yourself this whole time.
Hugbear?
Yes,
Are you okay?
I am Hugbear.
Your ears are bleeding a little bit.
You know what it is? It's a fucking book. Somebody, gah! I throw that book away.
Catch! I would like to catch.
Yeah, I'll say you get book, and you grab it. Yes.
Let's let the bookworm get the book. What's the book?
I was having an allergic reaction to book.
You look at it, and the book said in the title of it says "Tome of Clear Thoughts."
The book was wearing off on me. What is
Okay.
who are you really?
What is
What the fuck?
What is
Bob's
existing?
gonna take an old waffle out of her pocket and hand it to Hugbear.
Let's see. Just from holding on to that book, Hugbear takes 14 points of psychic damage.
More than the giant. God damn.
See Dearest shove that into his bag of holding.
Which is located in his bag, apparently.
I'm gonna read that later.
Hey, I would still technically have the 20 temp HP, right?
I mean, you might.
From battle.
As long as you never got it, they never got taken away.
Aha! I still have 6 temp HP.
You're
But I should
welcome.
as well.
You take 6 points of psychic damage.
God damn it.
Okay, so are we gonna go grab the sword?
Yeah, let's do that. Bob, I believe that you are who you say you are, and that you know your way home. I hope you have the most amazing adventure of your entire life. Dugok, if you fuck this up, I will never forgive you. Hone, thanks for being you. I don't know if you contributed at all to that fight. I wasn't paying attention. Really? I wasn't.
Honestly, I think she contributed the most with mass suggestion.
She said a couple words and like people fucked off. Yeah, Hugbear did not recognize.
Like, boogity boogity, and they were like,
It was a
Wa-
subtle power that Hone had.
existential crisis of air elementals with existential crisis.
Beauty. Thanks for being you, and I'm stealing your husband, and we'll be back with a shiny pokey dragon sword.
And Dearest is gonna walk up to Hone and just go, "Ain't trouble. Teleport out. Get back to Nofliasile. All right."
Okay.
Yeah, guys, leave the fucking crowd behind if there's danger.
Any serious trouble, if it's something simple, kick their asses.
Like, leave Dugok before either of you get her.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious.
All right, with that, and Dearest is just gonna teleport everyone out.
Okay, so Bop, Hone, and Dugok are staying with the crab to drive home.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else, so Dearest, Hugbear, and Takari are...
And Slice.
And
And
Slice
Slice.
are teleporting back to Nofusai.
Well, we're teleporting directly to the pedestal where the sword was.
You've been there. Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was very confused and was like, the fuck out of that fucking stone! And it wouldn't work.
But yeah, you guys
Everybody
teleport,
was trying to get that stone or
and-
sword.
And so the three of you the four of you find yourselves at just outside of this rock formation, where on the pedestal you see a sword.
Dearest immediately running up to yank that bitch out. Like,
You walk up, and for the first time, you guys look at the stones that surround it. All of them are now dull.
They're all what?
Dull.
Dull.
Void
Oh
of,
shit.
Void of light.
Dearest, you have the ability to see things of supernatural nature, right?
yeah, I have true sight.
Kunzi, remind me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there like a kind of like a soul thing before that we saw like split off, where one went towards the sword and the other went like to hell? I don't know.
You saw, I think the one you're talking about that you saw specifically was when you were trying to capture part of the Cloud Giant soul, in which you saw a part of it go into the gem, you saw a part of it head towards its stone, and then you saw the rest of it go into Dearest.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking of. So using that bit of, do you see any energies here? I know that each time we defeated one of your siblings, they seem to, a piece of them seemed to transport here.
Do I, in fact, see anything?
You look around, and then then suddenly all 5 stones light up, and expressing the name carved onto each of the stones. You see, just reminded, there was Domdius, there was Sinaz, Zonrus, Rugrog, and Nezor. And you guys just see these stones light up, and you look on the ground and you see light of their colors stretch out slowly to the center stone holding the sword. Dearest, with your true sight, you look around and you see that standing above each stone, you're able to see each giant. Except for Sinaz, who is blank. But you look at Sinaz, and eventually you kind of see a reflection of yourself. Well, not yourself.
Internal. Like, I ate that one. Yeah, no, he sees that.
Do you see any of the energies?
I see every single one of my siblings.
It is very fitting that you're the one who wields that sword them. Looks like it's been here waiting for you this whole time. If anybody's to harness their energy, it's you.
pedestal. Eventually, all the lights hit the pedestal, and you see the pedestal begins to crack and break, and suddenly a burst of energy breaks the stone pedestal, and the sword falls to the ground. And as the lights fade away, Dearest, you look around, and everyone else disappears.
Unless you just fucking broke it. Did you break it?
He's gonna pick up the sword and inspect it real quick.
You see a good 3/4 of the sword just breaks off the hilt and falls to the ground. No, I'm kidding.
God damn it! Mending! Mending!
Should have hired a contractor. No, the sword is well intact. No damage to it. But yeah, you hold in your hands a long sword, Dragon Slayer.
All right. Wonderful. Said it's a Dragon Slayer longsword?
Yep.
All right.
No, it's a long sword, Dragon Slayer.
Well, I'm making sure, because it could be phrased different. You could have a weird thing.
It's a slon sword.
It's a schlong sword. Oh, God.
I DM'd you.
I need Hone to make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Bob is hitting on them. Does Hone get it?
Hone would get advantage on that.
No, it's a straight intelligence roll.
Oh my god.
I will say that Hone manages to somehow break a part of the crab while you try to teach her, and you have to take an extra day of travel to get back.
Stop touching my crab.
She can't even cast mending to repair it.
She's damaged it that much.
Rather than park the thing, Bob's like, I have to pee. Hey, can you drive while I go pee? Like, breaks the thing.
Like, I showed her all the controls.
Okay.
Okay, all you have to do is push forward on these little triggers and don't run into anything. That's all you have to do. Manages to break something.
Okay.
The
Why?
funny thing is that fits her character way too fucking well. Because the same shit, literally in her backstory, she would break her fucking buddy, who's a fucking tech guy. Shit all the goddamn time.
Needed a break. I just needed a break from driving. She got too tall to sit in the thing.
Bob is now basically keeping the thing away from everyone. Only I.
Just out of curiosity, Kinsey, did you have like a concept art or anything for your dragon sword? How dope it looks?
Give me a sec. I mean, it looks like how you would if you were to look up the item, it would look like as the picture depicts. But I can describe it. You see that at the bottom, where the like the bottom part, the stub of where the sword is, you see it's like would seem to be like a dragon's claw. A little bit sticks out at the bottom. You see that the guard of the sword, you see is I need to zoom in. What the fuck is that? Okay, you see that like on the guard, you see it looks to be a carved in is like a side profile of a dragon's head, and you see that the sword the sword as the sword sticks out, there's a bit of an indent along the sword, which seems to come out of the dragon's mouth as if it's doing a breath attack.
That is a fine blade.
And which, just to let people know what it does, you gain +1 to attack and damage rolls when using this weapon. When you hit a dragon with this weapon, the dragon takes an extra 3d6. And dragon refers to any creature with the dragon type.
Nice.
Very nice.
Are you going to have to hang out with that for a little while, or?
Yeah, I am. Plus, we're gonna have to camp here. I don't have the spells to teleport us back.
That's
I can
fine.
get us here, but we're gonna have to crash here for the night.
I currently don't have tiny hut, so I can't do that on.
Takari, do you have your teleportation circle?
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I don't have it here.
I know, but we have one at home. You can just cast it here and get us home.
If that's the case, then I can't get us home.
Can somebody get me home?
Yes, I can get us home. Sorry, I forgot teleportation circle was a thing, so yeah, we can go home right now.
Yeah, we can.
Did we take the tribe with us here? Where's the lizard buddy who's guarding our dragon sword? Why didn't he steal it? Is he here?
He's not here at this stone formation.
That son of a bitch was supposed to be guarding my damn sword. Alright. Well, then let's just get out of here and remember to dock his pay.
We don't even pay him.
We are cutting all ties with his tribe. They are getting no more trade from us.
Wow.
Oof.
And that,
Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's go.
And that, kids, is how the lizard folks went extinct.
The Great War continues. This is why I had to get rid of Dofleosile. They tried to make the lizard folk extinct.
Dearest is going to teleport everyone directly back to Dofleosile.
Okay. And so you find
Fucking
yourselves...
running out of spells.
And you find... All of you find yourselves back in Dofleosile.
Cool, that took us about a half hour. I wonder how Bob's doing.
Not even.
Meanwhile, Bop on the way back. Look, I said I was sorry.
Don't talk to me. I'm driving. If y'all can hear the music in my freaking headphones.
C2 speaks to Hone and says, "At least you're not the only one that's being neglected by people of their party." And she goes, "Who are you?"
You could, I could tie you to the roof.
And then we just cut to seeing Duvak being tied to the roof. I hate my life. It's just
Hone's gonna play guitar over Dugok while they're going.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
I like how it's Wonderwall specifically.
I'm just driving.
It is the best rendition of Wonderwall ever.
Want me to do anything to make sure that the drive goes nicely?
It's the best rendition yet, no one heard it.
Not even Bop, because she turned the thing off. She was like, "Ooh, I don't need to hear that."
But somehow you sing yourself a song, which happens to be the same song that Hone started.
Oh my god.
No, Bop is singing her own little melody.
So, is there anything that now that the Hugbear, Dearest, and Takari are back in Dofleosile, were you hoping to do something immediately, or were you hoping to wait for Bop to return? Because Bop's got what you think is 4 days to travel.
Dearest is going to take a fucking nap.
Okay, Dearest goes takes a nap.
He goes to the library and reads for the next however long until dawn.
Takari would like to go to the our weapons guy
All right,
in the market.
gotcha. You go over to see Torin, the white scale dragonborn.
Yes. And Takari's gonna go, hey, well, we're back from defeating the last giant. So, question
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know of a Dragon Slayer rapier? And if you have one?
I have not heard of a weapon, nor do I have such weapon on me right now.
Do you happen to know of anybody that would?
No, I do not.
Okay. I guess if you hear about it, let me know.
Will do.
And Takari is actually... You said Bob has about 4 days of travel yet?
You think she has 4 days to travel?
Can I do a perception check or a check to see how long it will take them?
From what you know, it'll take him at least 4 days.
That's what it took us to get out there. That should be what it takes them to get back. Assuming weather's okay. Did you have anything else you wanted to do for 4 days?
Probably hang out with Onyx and yell at my stuff because it's yelling at me to charge it.
Maybe go see your child.
Oh yeah, no, she'll go home to visit Sherwood.
Oh yeah, I have responsibilities.
She'll go home and visit Erwin.
Okay.
Just feed the fucking thing to your black dragon, the thing you love more. No, we get it.
I
Oh.
will end this call.
Onyx, Onyx, meet your snack. I mean, friend.
It would basically be a sibling because Takari has kind of taken care of Onyx as well, so it's
That's a fair point.
kind of like a sibling.
So unless it's so if that's the more general, unless there's anything very specific you wanted to accomplish within these next at least 4 days.
Hugbear is going to first call Slice a bitch. I can't believe you made me look like an idiot in front of that giant. You fell. You fell like 7 times.
Weren't you hiding in the crab, my lord?
I was napping in the crab because look at them. Get one of these. They do all the work for you.
My lord, if it's alright for me to stay in my place here, but I feel you have gotten lazy. I feel you've become too reliant on your power, my lord.
All right, let's fight right now.
And you won't use your echo.
No, but you need to teach me how to fight a mage.
That's still being lazy if you're relying on your echo.
No, leave the echo behind, but you and me fight, and you have to also teach me how to fight a mage.
Alright, but
I'm going for the mage slayer feat
okay.
over the next 4 days.
And you see, he says, and he tells you, and he says, don't tell my lord, don't tell Dearest I said this, but it was quite easy to learn this sort of capability while using him.
He left himself open to many attacks.
No, he tried.
I know you are a capable fighter. I am just taking the piss. I also know we've been through more, and you were kind of in a cage having torture, for a whole year. So you're a bit out of practice.
It was not very fun.
No. I mean, I understand being caged and tortured. That's my whole backstory. But
But who cares?
We'll just wash over that. I had finished my character. Anyways, well, I mean, if you ever want to go take over Mechanis, we'll figure that out next campaign. You teach me how to fight a mage, like Dearest, and I'll teach you how to knock die like a bitch.
If you say so.
And we will fight.
Okay. So I get to say this for these next, what you guys think was 4 days, will turn into 5. Bob, I'll just say your journey, no rough roads, no encounters. The only bump was you trying to teach Hone how to use it, and she broke it.
I regret everything.
Why did I get stuck with these two? So, I guess, Hugbear.
Dearest is gonna do something.
Oh.
Yeah, we thought you were talking about the first day. That's what you had originally talked about. We got shit we want to do for these days.
Yeah.
So first day, when they get back, he takes a fucking nap so he can, be better and attune to his weapon. So it is now his.
I thought the sword did not. The sword has.
It doesn't. No, Dearest has attunement. His final level.
Oh, gotcha.
He attunes to his weapon. What he is doing is he and Snow are actually going to be going to Hestein in order to go and revive his last sibling.
Okay, well, it's been at least a year, so you got to,
Wish them alive?
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Isn't that how you did the last time? Or no,
he did a clone thing to bring the body back because it was... Okay. He was going to try and bring back their original body,
so
but
it's
been a while.
And you bring back to life, and you see that the sand, you see whatever stone that was left begins to pile up on each other, and you see the stone pile begins to stand up, and you see it finally forms, and you see Dominius. Huh?
Morning, brother.
I'm still here?
No. You weren't for the past year. I brought you back.
You can see he just stands and looks around. You look funny.
I could say the same to you.
And small.
He's just gonna fly up to meet his face. Size doesn't mean much.
You always say that about yourself.
I brought you back. I wasn't gonna let one of my siblings stay dead if they didn't want to.
Okay.
So, you can either stay here and not cause any trouble, or you can come back home with me. Which would you prefer?
I stay here.
You stay here? Alright. Be prepared to get an invite for my wedding here in probably a few months.
What's a wedding?
It's when I get married.
What's
and get a wife. Okay, what's this guy's intelligence? Real quick, what's his intelligence?
His intelligence is a 10.
How is he this stupid?
Oh no!
He is
buddy.
not this stupid.
Understand the concept
That's
of weddings and marriage at 10.
That is an average high schooler graduate level of intelligence, if not at least associate's degree.
I thought you were going to say, like, his intelligence was like 4.
Yeah,
some shit.
he's acting like he's got a 4 of intelligence. 10 is he went to high school and graduated like as a B student.
You can still not know things.
That's fine, but he talked up.
His head is
There were only
full of rock.
there were only 5 or 6 giants at the time, and they were all siblings. He didn't know. Nobody got married.
Is his head literally full of rocks? Because that would make sense.
Oh my god.
He is a sun giant.
Stay out of trouble. I don't want to come back here. Alright?
Shake his head like a maraca.
You see, he looks down to where there's a collection of scattered rocks that you last recall as being people that unfortunately their form broke, and so when he died, they couldn't return to form. So it just remains as their rock formations. He looks over and says, "Where my pieces go?"
Those were people. We don't hurt people.
I didn't hurt them.
You broke them, right?
No, they were fine until you guys showed up.
They were stone. Did they consent to this? Did they agree to become stone?
They bothered me first.
That's not what I asked.
They attacked me first.
Okay, that's not cool. If you didn't actually do anything and they attacked you first, then yes, they were in the wrong, but you still could have been the bigger person.
You are the bigger person.
That was the joke.
Well, they attacked me first after I attacked them.
Okay, so you attacked first. So you were still the one in the fault here. So here's what we're gonna do,
I
alright?
was told to do that.
I know, and we have to understand those were bad things, okay? You know what? I'm gonna teach you really, really, really quick, alright?
I don't think I'll catch up.
You will. Don't resist my spell, alright? It's not gonna hurt, but it's gonna be a lot. Okay?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure it's going to be a lot, and I'm 90% sure it's not gonna hurt.
Also, you'll be better at chess.
Yeah, you'll be better at chess.
Okay.
So, literally, if you'll allow it, I'm just going to use Modify Memory to input Dearest's sense of right and wrong in his head, like his version of his conscience.
I think you can only fight like 60 seconds, but I mean, I guess if it's 60 seconds of like a really fast lesson.
Well, right, but that's only at the, whatever it's called, at the lower level. If I cast it at 8th level, then I can actually do...
Then you could go back to when he was learning stuff, and you can switch it out with.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I can literally do a year ago. So when he was dead, I literally could say that entire time that he was dead. I could be like,
further than that?
that's 9th level.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have my 9th level slot.
roll me a D100.
Why?
cast Wish and you didn't use it in a proper way.
I used Resurrection. So I was trying to tell you I was going to use Witch to bring him back. I didn't.
Right.
I was using Resurrection.
But you did. Okay, well, you weren't specifically saying Resurrection. You just say you brought it back. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I could have just used Resurrection if that were the case then.
Okay, so
I just didn't want to use all the diamond.
So you cast Wish to cast Resurrection.
Yeah.
So you cannot use Wish in that. You cannot use Wish to cast that spell again.
Why?
That's the agreement, right? Whenever you use Wish to cast a certain spell, you can't.
No, that was for that one spell that's currently still going, because he's about to get supremely overwhelmed by...
I was understanding it as any time you... We can talk.
Okay.
Because I was taking it as any spell.
Okay, yeah, because that is significantly different than what, like, I had talked about it for that one spell.
We can talk about it.
So
we can talk about it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you cast Modify Memory. I gotta tell. Well, it's gonna be hard to do it for stuff I know was a year ago. This would have been more. This would have been better if you did it modified. Back when he was learning things. It's like when he was not so much of a giant.
That's fair. My question is that technically, a year ago he would have been dead. So technically, it was a blank slate since he wasn't already aware of it. So there's no memories to contradict.
Yeah.
So technically, he could have put anything in that past year. So he could literally have just here are morals. Here is good and bad, and here's consent. Here's the idea of consent.
So after he dies, everything goes dark, and then a light comes on, and you see Dearest walks in with a chair, sits down, and goes, "So you did some bad things."
Is that an after school special with Dearest?
Captain America. It's like, so you.
I'm the weapon, and I did some bad shit in my time. Here's how you can learn.
Exactly.
You know what I thought? I thought you were casting Awaken on your brother, but that only brings it to an intelligence 10, so...
Right, and that's what I was gonna do, because he was acting so dumb. I'm like, he's gotta have like a 3, 4 at most.
That's about smart. That, you can't. Okay, so, I guess I will allow it that in a sort of blink that, like, you cast Modify Memory to make him remember that somehow after his death, you taught him that, hey, this is good, this is bad.
Here's how you play chess. He does put that in there, he promised.
Okay, so that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now.
To be fair, he is going to explain, that he just used a spell to kind of give him that time when he was, so that he could just learn immediately.
Okay.
So, do me a favor, be nice to the people here. You have issues with anyone, then let me know. If you don't, then just keep to yourself or try to make some friends.
Okay.
And he's going to spend the next probably like 2-3 hours creating a proper chess set with mold earth that he could use.
Okay.
Just real quick, did you let anybody know you were going to do that? Okay.
Alright, that's fine.
Well, I won't. Never mind. I mean, if everybody in Hestein sees the giant murderer back, they might just go attack him again.
You should probably go and talk to someone about that first, huh? Or go talk to someone about that afterwards, huh?
If you have sending, you can tell Takari and she can let people know.
I don't.
Yep.
I thought you did.
No, he doesn't.
I got rid of it. I got rid of it. I wanted level ups.
We need no stinking sending.
Quick, Slice, teach me how to murder your boss.
You already knew that. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what will be a good roll. So this is what we're gonna do. There's gonna be no bonuses to it. It's just gonna be straight D20 rolls, and you need to roll at least a 14 or higher, and we'll roll for. And you need 3 successes. Since these 4 days, or you've come to realize, oh, it's 5 days since Bob's not here yet. So.
You talking to me?
Yeah. So, go ahead and roll me 5 d20s.
Well, shit. Well, I'm glad I got all those out.
So,
Not a single fucking one.
You thought it was going to be as simple as Slice put it. It isn't.
Well, we tried. Clearly, I don't. I'm too aggressive for this. Does Slice get anything from fighting me? Other than his ass kicked?
Were you looking to do something particular?
Well, I think it was more or less, like, I don't know what feats he has, but I think it was more along the lines of, like, maybe even every so often throwing my echo out and showing him how to fight more than one person at a time and not get his ass whooped.
Okay. What is Dearest's? What is Slice's con score right
It is 16.
now? Okay. So.
That's right, that's something you were training on the last time, right? You were trying to get that up?
No, I was just trying to get him experience, but
Okay, so. Since you're specifically trying to keep him from, you're training him from not being going down as easily. I would say I'm trying to increase his Constitution score. So I would need Slice to roll 5d20s, and if I remember correctly, the DC in this case is 18.
Are we raising it by 1 point or 2 points?
I mean, it's only 5 days of training. I don't know if we could get him that high. I would
Fair point.
Just-
So it's just getting Constitution up by 1 point. So,
Okay.
So go ahead, roll me 5d20. DC is 7. No, DC is 16. Because it's
Okay.
the DC is based on your currency. So 5d20, you roll 16.
Nope.
God damn. Well, we're getting him out of the way, man.
So because Hugbear had no successes and he had a nat 1, it's going to take you, as I say, it's harder than it looks, so that means it's going to take you an extra success. You're at -1 successes for this.
Fair enough, yeah.
Fair.
For Slice, he is steady at 0. So he still needs 3. Hugbear needs 4.
Well, I'm not sure we got what we wanted out of that training, but I didn't kill you outright, so I guess you're learning something.
You look back and he's just unconscious on the ground.
We need to figure out sensu beans in this world.
And so 5 day. Was there anything in particular that Takari wanted to do?
Good
I wanted to see if Varys knew anything about the Dragon Slayer rapier,
Hey, Dragon's.
or if there was a weapon dealer in Hestein that had it.
First we'll see about let me see about Vars here. Vars says no.
Damn.
As for, you go around to the shops to see if they would have anything of the sorts. No, they do not. That was meant to be private. Fuck. But yeah, no, they don't. You, and I guess I'll just say, is you begin to sense that maybe this kind of sword is one of a kind.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that. It would have just been a nice other thing to have because we're going up against the dragon. And we can say Takari, growing up, she did study dragons a lot when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's kind of wanting to see about getting it, because that might help out too.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have more, but yeah, you searched
Right.
around and you realized, you know what, I think maybe there's just one.
Takari will then ask Varys if he knows another way to help kind of take care of a dragon.
Let me roll survival check. See if he recalls it. Actually, no, nature check. Let's do a nature check.
Because he is technically an archfey. Or arch... Did he roll that
He
one?
rolled a nat one.
Can I give him an inspiration point?
Sure.
He's gotta be good for something.
Is he watching the kid right now? Otherwise, he's microdosing.
Yeah, he's watching the kid. You see, he goes, well, it's known that whatever kind of breath they use, that sort of element doesn't hurt them.
So a gold dragon would be fire then?
Do you know if the dragon breathes fire?
Considering it breathed fire when it dove bomb our frickin' city.
Exactly.
So I would assume that fire won't work on this dragon.
Okay. Is there anything that we can get kind of quickly? We already got the Dragon Slayer sword.
Mm-hmm.
We just got that. Is there any other weapon that you can think of that would help us take out the dragon?
I don't think there's any.
Takari's probably holding Arrowin at this point because he's kind of trying to spend a little bit of time with her
before you disappear again.
disappear again and or probably die. I just wish there was another way of at least having a secure line of defense. But if there's nothing else that you can think of,
Yeah, I'm afraid not.
then
There aren't really that many dragons in the Feywilds. Even if there were, they were like tiny.
right.
And as he mentions that, you recall at one point you were in the sort of garden area of the former summer court house or mansion, and I think you remember. I'm not sure. You can't recall if you actually saw or you just heard someone say they saw a fairy dragon, which you remember to be a very small dragon.
Mm-hmm. If you do happen to think of something, let me know about it, depending on where I'm at.
I almost certainly will.
How's Erwin been?
She's been fine. Nothing really. You were only gone for a couple days since you were last here, but you know,
I know, it's just it's hard not being here for her.
Well, think about it this way. You're almost done. Sure, the last thing you have to do is slay a very powerful, soon to be a very powerful dragon. But after that, and you come back, you have the rest of your time to spend with your child, your thought child.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at the
If
positive.
Varys notices, Takari's actually kind of nervous about fighting the gold dragon. Because she's read stories that most people don't make it fighting dragons.
I know you can make it. You have fought many strange and powerful creatures alike. If you think about it, if you're able to combine, Dearest.
Ignore that. I didn't mean to click that. I was scrolling through stuff and accidentally clicked a button. My bad.
I was confused of what happened.
You can't do it again, damn it!
Technically, I got 5 days.
Well, if you think about it, when the dragon first came by, you weren't as strong back then, but now you are, from what I've heard, you're pretty tough. So,
I wouldn't call it that, but
plus you got the possibly unkillable Hugbear on your side. I'm pretty certain you'll be fine.
yeah. It's just, I don't know where the final battle's going to take. Because if it's in No Fleece Isle, then we'll have plenty of defense going for that. But if it's in Uhad, I don't know what's out that way.
Only time will tell, I guess.
Yeah. Is Erin just randomly doing Vine Whip? As she's like...
Yeah, she has been. And you see, she just.
You're gonna be one...
She does a little vine whip. It goes around Boris's pointy keys. Ow, ow, ow! Not again! Not again! Let it go! Let it go! Let it go! This is not a toy.
I take that she's done that quite a bit.
You think? And so you look at the other ear and you see it's got marks on it as if it's been like there's been something pulling on his ears.
She'll keep you on your toes.
Right now she's keeping me on my ears.
And with that, she's actually kind of smiling now. And before she leaves, she will give Erwin a little kiss on the forehead, and then head back to North Lucille.
And so eventually, five days will have gone by.
Trying to look at your DM.
And finally,
Trying to look at your DM.
you see Bop return to Nofisile with who seems to be Dugok tied on top of the crab, and Hone just riding on top of him.
Oh my god, is that Wonderwolf?
Played for 5 days straight.
And this is how my stream got closed off. You just had to mention the song, didn't you?
What song? What? What's going on? Huh?
Exactly.
Someone never checks their DMs.
He's busy being a DM.
Stop that. You know my MP.
But yeah.
I'm gonna blow shit up.
So now
What?
everyone is back.
You made it. What, Dugok? Did you pass out on the trip? They had to strap you to the.
No,
Bob's gonna park.
no, I existed.
Oh. You did one of those existing things.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that.
Well, look, you have never looked more tanned.
His skin tone is not different.
You have a real glow about you, like you've just absorbed the rays.
Are you suggesting I may have the power of the sun now?
Yeah, you might be the God Raw.
Who?
We don't have to talk. It's fine. Go back to not existing.
Pelora comes down and said, "There is only one true god of the sun."
Bob will park the crab and then stomp off because she's cranky about people breaking shit.
Hey, what took you so long?
Somebody broke a thing.
Was it Dugok? Should I kill him?
No, Hone.
We can't be mad at Hone. She's too hot.
She broke it things. I can be mad. What
Were
is her
you-
temperature after you with anything?
What was that?
Were you mad at Hone?
Oh, that's right. Takari still has a date with Hone. How long are we staying in Nofisile?
We're leaving immediately because, life and as we know it is on the line.
I need a nap.
And at this point, the sand has... It's been a couple days since the sand has fully dispersed.
We have one day. I just got home. Can I have one night at
No,
home? And then we
turn
can
the
go in
car
the
around.
morning?
Here we go!
Ooh, package.
Sure, you can have. You know what, Bob? I'll.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, Bob's gonna go and retire to her house to take a nap. and just replenish her supplies of stuff from her garden. That's how Bob always has components, is she has a garden.
Wonderful. Takari, what have you been up to lately?
Just hanging out with my family. Question: Do you have somebody that can make me like explosive arrows or better arrows?
Yeah, I saw that's what you're doing this whole time. Okay, so
I was trying to get another dragon slayer.
I guess you were being a mother when the world was on the line. I get it. We have an explosive expert in town who has been making all of our cannons. He could probably help you with some sort of explosive arrow. In fact, I'm sure we have some explosive arrows laying around already for the trebuchet or the cannons and such that we have. If not, I mean, the Hunters Guild has been hunting flying prey for eons. Maybe they have something that can maybe bring down the dragon. I mean, they've probably never faced something like a gold dragon, but all we gotta do is clip a wing.
Right. I just want to be as prepared as we can be.
To be honest with you, I'm counting on you most of all in this fight because you are the only one who can hit this thing when it's in the air. We are relying on you to bring it down.
I will try my best. That's a lot of pressure on me.
Oh no, it's just that, if you can't do it, nobody can, and we'll all die. It's fun! So, the things I was thinking about for Takari as well, something like almost like a Gatling, some way to wrap around a wing or do something to do wing damage to maybe slow down a dragon or bring it down.
So what is it you're looking to do in particular? Just be able to try.
Essentially, if it can grapple a wing to bring down a dragon, or we're just trying to fucking punch holes in a fucking wing. So either explosive, if that's what we got to do with our explosive experts, or if the hunting guild has any sort of idea on how to bring down a winged foe, we'll go with them. I mean, we're not going into the fight immediately, but if it's something they want to think about and they can fax us over a copy of their thing, that'd be great.
What, give me a second. I just need... We can get back to that. I just need to confirm something.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Also, now that Dearest is back, Takari and Hone still have a date. So Takari, if they've already talked to the preschool about the explosive arrows or what we're doing, then Takari's gonna go prepare or go by the tavern and get a picnic stuff, like cheese, sliced meat, so that they can have an evening picnic. If she can.
Okay.
If we have time.
Okay. We can get back to that.
Can I finish saying what I was going to do in my 5 days?
No.
Because I was only on day 2.
Sure, what?
Well, by day 3, that thing that has been being built outside of town would be done, which means I would probably get a spell informing me that it's done, which means he's probably going to blow Wish that day in order to bring it just outside of town.
Okay.
So he's gonna do that, and then dismiss that spell, and then I need to roll for how long he's gonna be out of commission. Because if I remember correctly, it's 2d4 days.
Oh, because the wish was to move the castle.
Was to move the castle.
Okay.
So
So,
Dearest
yeah,
has
so-
his big bad castle of doom just outside of town now.
Okay, cool. So yeah, roll 2d4 as your strength score will drop to 3 for 8
Jeez.
days.
Good lord. Cool.
Addition-
I'm out for over a week.
And additionally, I need to roll percentile dice.
Why?
You have a third. There's a 30.
No, we use Simulacrum to make it, and I used that homebrew spell that you included to bring it in. I still used Witch as it was designed to be used.
Let me
Summon Stronghold in
Yep,
your...
I'm trying to find it right now. Google
Yep.
Docs, wake the fuck up.
Sorry, I'm using rules here. I'm trying to be fair here.
I wasn't expecting you to use it.
And then he was gonna spend however long he had to wait using Arcana to try and get his...
Well, here's the thing. Because it's still casting a spell, your strength score should not be affected.
No, so that's where your confusion came from. I messaged you because of how OP everything was gonna be. You and me decided that the Dearest workforce that I created would be a game break, so he wouldn't be able to cast Simulacrum again using Wish, and he would be out of commission. He would suffer the negative effects minus not being able to cast Wish again.
Gotcha.
And he would be out of commission. He would basically suffer everything but losing Wish, but he wouldn't be able to use Wish to cast Simulacrum again.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I didn't want to break your campaign
Gotcha.
by summoning, 100,000 Dearest again.
So yeah. So for 8. Okay. So yeah. So for 8 days,
I can't cast magic.
you can't cast magic. Your strength score is 3 for 8 days. Where you have to spend resting doing nothing more than light activity. So you're just like the only thing you
I'm reading.
Yeah, but you can't really move. So books are just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Luckily, I have a robot to turn pages for me.
Weak ass motherfucker as he turns each page.
So that's the thing. Dearest is going to do that, dismiss the spell, and then he's going to collapse just outside of town. And Slice is going to have to carry him back to town because Dearest didn't know this was going to happen.
Don't worry, my lord,
So-
I got you.
So Dearest is basically living in the library for the next over of a week.
8 days. So, but because this was day 3 that you did this, we're coming up to this is sort of day 5 days left.
Yeah.
On the day we're coming up now, so you're just in the library, just collapsed.
Hey, he can read that tome of clear thought during those few days, unless someone else wants to read it.
Which I believe with that one it increases intelligence.
Yes, it does.
For any possibly intelligence-based casters.
I mean, Takari could take it if you don't want it, Dearest.
I mean, if you want to read it, sure, go right ahead. I mean, technically, Bop could read it too.
Yeah, for the Bop.
Because Artificer.
Yeah. Bop, do you want it?
When you get back?
I'll read it. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna remove it. Yeah, it's Tome of Clear Thought.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. And so, so 5 days until Dearest has back to his decent strength score. So, Takari, first thing, after asking around, you learned that someone can attempt to craft arrows of webbing, which
That'll work.
in which how it would work is you have to hit with enough of these arrows to make it come down.
Right. You said, I need space. You said arrows of webbing?
Arrows of webbing, in which... Let me just do a quick roll here to see how many you get. How many of these arrows you get?
Yeah, only one person can read it, the book, so if I read it, nobody else can for a century.
That's fine.
I mean, Takari's an elf. She can wait 100 years.
Dearest is essentially immortal.
2 of the days that we're home, Pop will take to read. After she gets back, Pop will take to read it.
Okay. And,
So, I don't have webbing as an arrow option.
It's the item. You don't have to cast it.
No,
It's
it's
going
not
to
gonna cast it. The arrows will be built with webbing inside of it.
Oh, okay, gosh, yeah.
So when you fire
Because
the
I'm
arrow
like trying to look for
so
it.
when you fire the arrow and you hit the target, it will cast webbing. In this form of webbing, it won't be big enough to actually restrain. The dragon. But what it could do is, let me just. You can reduce its flying speed.
Pull it down.
You can reduce its flying speed by 10.
Okay.
For each successful
So it'd
hit.
be just normal arrows modified?
Yeah, it'll be normal arrows modified. No extra modifiers to it. It's just if you hit with one of these arrows, not only do you deal the damage,
And how many arrows will I get from that?
You will get yourself. You are able to get your hands on 30 of these arrows.
That is
30?
That is dope.
So you have 30 arrows of webbing. And for each successful hit, it will deal the normal damage. And in this case, of this version of webbing, it will reduce a creature's flying speed by 10. If reduced by 0, it has no longer flying speed. If it's in the air, when its flying speed hits 0, it immediately drops to the ground.
That is dope and maybe overpowered, and I appreciate you.
It's okay. I don't think these through.
Well, the ones I was looking at, and I sent it to you. I said there was Entangle and there was Earthbind, but all those ones do like a strength saving throw, and I'm like, the strength saving throw on a gargantuan dragon, that's gonna be like 30 every time.
Cool. So I got those in there.
But I like the balance of it. Of like, it only takes 10 away, but like you are like, if you hit, then it actually does something, so you don't feel like you're wasting your turn. So that's a dope balance.
Cool. And then, the date with Hone is the only thing that Takari has up and ready.
Okay.
Set the scene here, Takari. How are you taking Hone out?
Yeah. So
What are you doing? What candles are you setting up?
So yeah, Takari. Since it's your date, you were planning this. Why don't you describe to me, the 3 main points throughout the night?
So basically it was gonna be like a nighttime picnic, just like by the edge of the trees there where you can see the sky clearly, and just hang out and just, trying to romance.
Okay. What is Hone's passive insight?
15.
15. Okay. So what you're gonna do is, she has a +5 to insight. Okay. What you're gonna do is you're going to roll persuasion checks. You're gonna do 3 persuasion checks, like what we did with Slice. And the DC is, in this case, the DC is 15. I honestly expected it to be higher.
She's not proficient in insight.
So make 3 checks then.
Yeah. So go ahead. Let's make your first persuasion check. All right, first success.
I got afraid for a minute there.
Second.
Nope.
Because I thought it was a 1.
All right, here we go. Third persuasion. Look at that.
Damn.
You start off, you start off moderate, Sure, but maybe the little wind kicked in, you realize, oh crap, you have to go pick up a rock or 2 to keep the blanket down. But it was all well. And then as the evening went on, as you were telling each other about, who you are a little bit, and your likes, your interests, dislikes, etc. You get to feel a little bit of a connection between you two, and then. Oh wait, hold on. Those last 2. Oh no, okay. So I just want to say your bonuses are the same, but the last 2 rolls were perception.
Were they?
Yeah.
I clicked persuasion.
Persuasion, perception,
I
perception.
clicked persuasion.
Well, clearly you misclicked.
Same
Yeah,
dev in this case.
Which is very ironic considering it was perception.
Yeah, perception, persuasion are the same bonus.
You didn't perceive the button quite right.
No, I literally clicked on persuasion, not perception.
Hone's a mimic. Roll initiative.
They're only 1 apart. So I can see.
Should Hone roll persuasion?
No, I was saying no. This was more of Takari.
It was a joke.
Yeah, I know. It was more of Takari trying to persuade Hone.
I literally clicked on persuasion. I clicked
You
it
did
3
the
times.
first time. But
I am mad now.
but
My dyslexic ass.
but overall, the evening went well, and you think there's a chance.
Giggity.
So now your relation with Bonet goes from friends to something else.
Ooh.
Nice.
You're getting there.
Right.
You're getting there.
I don't understand. What are the benefits?
Maybe a
that was
little bit of favoritism. A little bit.
Well, I get lots of benefits from my friend.
That's what
They
I
used
said.
to.
secret.
What is this turning into? But yeah, Bob,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So Bob, I will give it to you that that there will be enough time for you to be able to read the book by the time Dearest's strength comes back, and so your intelligence will go up to what?
What? You want to know what it is now?
Yeah. What is your intelligence score?
21.
21. Wow.
I'm a smart cookie.
You know,
I was
I'm
pretty
not gonna
smart
lie-
to begin with.
I'll say this: Cinder's intelligence is a 20.
Ooh.
You're smarter
Oh.
than Cinder.
Not by a lot. Not by a lot. You still have the same modifier.
Take it. Take it. I also answered your question in DM.
Just give me a yes or no on this.
No.
Okay, you're just walking.
I have a dragon.
Oh, that's a fair point. If you're good, I will say if you're gonna try to be stealthy, go ahead and roll stealth. I need everyone's passive perception, just the three of you.
Passive perception is a 19.
Okay.
23.
17.
Okay. So at some point, uh, Dearest, at one point, when you return, you get your strength back, you begin to notice Bob is missing.
Huh. Okay. He's gonna spend some time looking for her in town.
You do not find Bob anywhere, but instead, near where you go over to the crab, and you look over, and there's a note on it.
What
would like
does-
to explain what the note is? Okay. The note will read, "Dear family, I am sorry. I love you all so much that letting you face Arley and possibly lose your life to him is unbearable. At the same time, the idea of letting you or even helping you destroy him. I know it may not make sense, but he did save me. He was the first person who took care of me. Most importantly, he brought us together. He gave me my family. You. So I've gone to face him alone and try to convince him to give his plans up and retire into the shadows again with me. I will miss you all so much. I hope you will live long, happy lives together, knowing you are all safe and happy at home. Will give me peace for the rest of my days. Please don't follow me. Just stay safe. If you don't listen, I won't blame you, and I won't fight against you, but I won't let you destroy Arley. Please tell Callan and Selza, tell my parents. I am so grateful that I had the time to get to know them, and I am sorry we cannot be family. Tell Myrrh that I love her. She will forever be my sister, and that I can't thank her enough for sharing her mom and dad with me. Sylvie, who also took me in when I had no one, thank you, and you were the first mom I ever knew. I hope this letter finds you before you notice I am gone and that you do not follow me. Goodbye, my friends. Yours always, Bob." And I take it that after that, this is about the same time that you find the letter, and this sort of jumps to the cutscene where you show the letter to Hugbear and Takari.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just it's like we cut the cutscenes, so we zoom into the letter, and then you zoom back out, and it's Hugbear and Takari.
What do we do now?
Hugbear.
Look on Infinite's face is killing me.
Really?
Hugbear, you're the one who's technically in charge here. What's your call?
He put me in charge.
Everyone else.
Bob was in charge. This is her town.
And Bob's not here, so you're in charge.
Yes, Hugbear's in charge.
First thing we do, let her parents know that she's gone off to face a dragon by herself. And then, well, fuck, I had plans for Bob to strap a wagon to the back of the crab so we could bring a fucking weapon with us that can take down a dragon. Now there's money.
From what I'm reading, I don't think they'd be okay with that.
I talked to Corey how to drive the crab.
We didn't win.
On our way to the fight to begin with, we sat down and we talked about you learning how to drive the crab, and you rolled well.
Did? I don't remember this.
That was me.
Oh, was it you? Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I thought it was Takari. I knew one of y'all did it. I thought it was Takari. I think I offered it to Takari.
What I was hoping for was that you could weld a hitch onto this thing and we could trail her along a trebuchet or like a something that would shoot a giant fucking bolt through a dragon. But that's fine. You're gone now.
We have other artificers in the world.
Do I need to go grab them?
It's only you.
Alvin
No,
and
only you.
One.
No, I trust nobody else. Hugbear doesn't say any of this. This is all out of character. Hugbear is still processing. So after he says we have to let Bob's parents know, Hugbear is saying all of this while he's strapping on his gear.
I'll go let them know. Can I see the letter?
I hand it to you, and you just see a focus of me tightening my straps and getting ready because he's leaving.
Takari's counting her arrows and getting ready as well.
I'll catch up. And Dearest is gonna go find Cinder before he goes to Bob's parents.
Dearest?
Do you have a way to speed up the creation of my body?
It would take a lot of magic out of both of us, maybe. Why?
Does it need to be me, or can we commission all the other magic users in town to help power that?
And quite frankly, possibly you and I can do this.
All right. Got it. Meet me over by the meet me over by my shed.
Is everything all
And with
right?
that, no. Meet me by the shed. I'll explain while we're working on it. And Dearest is going to go directly to Bob's parents.
Okay. Oh, hi, Dearest.
Not a good reason I'm here right now.
Oh. Do you want?
Two things.
No, you don't want-
Quickly, two things.
Okay.
Get your wife.
Honey! It's something important, you gotta get out here. No,
Did you finish that upgrade for
know
Slice?
I know you're baking the cake, but you need to be out here. And, oh, hi, Dearest.
Alright, first thing. 1, did you finish that upgrade for Slice? We're gonna need it.
You're gonna remind me which update.
The one that allows him to... the same upgrade that Dearest has for the fire resistance. The fire resistance / conversion. They were gonna work on creating something similar, so...
No, I couldn't really...
That's fine.
I couldn't figure it out the second time.
Dearest is gonna hand the letter to them.
What's this? You open it up. Oh. Oh. So... I see.
So that you know what happened if we can't get her back.
She's not in danger, is she?
I think so.
Oh, no.
I don't lie to you guys, you know this.
Will you get her back?
I'm gonna do everything in my power.
Promise us. Promise us that you'll bring back our daughter.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to bring her back. I can't promise that I will. Because I can't force her to do something that she doesn't want to do.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Please bring
I'm gonna need it. Dearest is gonna take the letter back, and he's going to go to meet Cinder to try and get his body to the point that he would need it if he goes down.
Okay. So this is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Both you and Cinder are gonna make an Arcana check, and I'll let you know this.
Okay.
So there's gonna be 2 DCs. There is a DC that if you meet it or beat it, you get what you ask. You fast the process. The body will be ready. And then there's another DC that if you go, then there's another DC if you meet or beat it, but don't beat the higher DC. Nothing happens. You don't lose anything.
All right.
You roll under the lower DC. It will take. If you roll under, there's going to be some damage. Roll a natural 1. There will be an explosion. An arcane explosion.
All right. I will be using inspiration on this roll.
Okay. I can tell you this. Cinder's bonus to Arcana checks is a plus 15.
Ha! Says mine.
Okay, so it's literally down to the D20s.
All right. Cool. So you rolling it with advantage since I'm already saying I'm using the inspiration. So.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll with advantage. So you rolled a natural 19 for a total of 34. And what I was doing is I took the lowest. I take the median. I take the middle number of the 2 rolls. and that would be the success. So you rolled a 34. Cinder has one-upped you with a nat 20.
Fuck! Alright!
And so both of you both of you pour practically almost your souls into quickening this spell. But it does not, but it will, because you did it successfully, I will say because Cinder rolled a nat 20, she will be the only one that suffers some levels of exhaustion.
Okay.
Because she did a lot, but she basically covered it up.
She did a little bit more, yeah.
She felt that you were going to be exhausted, so she took not only the exhaustion she would have gotten, but yours too. And so she just collapses onto the ground after that, like dead tired. And so she just goes, okay, go what you need to do.
Bob's going to Arley alone. That's why I needed this ready.
I see. If you see Arley, tell him the silence says to go fuck himself.
You bet. And Dearest is going to cast Fly on himself in order to catch up with everyone else. Because I know that they're already probably on their way.
Okay. And as you all begin to head on over to try to catch up with Pop to see if what she's attempting succeeds or not, we're gonna take a break. Let us pick up from here. Bob.
Mm-hmm.
So it's immediately after tuning to the book, you waited till no one was looking.
Mm-hmm.
Which, good thing for you, it was a great opportunity since Dearest was practically dead in a chair. And
Yep.
With how weak he was.
He read so many good books. He's basically read the entire library now.
Twice. You, with Aiden, make a 3-day fly, and you fly in. It takes a couple days to get there. But because you just have to go in a straight line, you have to go through terrain and such. It's the journey to get there. I will say, by the time everyone has realized you have gone and have begun to head out, you have just made it. You flew past and continued forward, and you see. Last you saw this place, there was a lot of sand. It was a desert. But you see plants. You see trees. You see what was basically a grassland kind of terrain. But it all looks vacant, as if nobody is here.
Then
And you keep flying forward. And eventually, you look forward and you see it looks to be a town. And you see, as you get to the town and you land, you see that these houses, abandoned, centuries-old houses, made of stone, which some of it have some erosion or a lot of erosion. And you look around and explore the place a little bit. You think you don't find anything. until you get to the center. Sorry, my EC unit decided to turn on now. Dick.
Well, I'm sure y'all can hear the
Suffer.
wind off mine. So
But you come to this center where you see sitting. You see, there's a centerpiece that is it seemed to look to be like a jagged rock that is somewhat floating in the air. And you see sitting on the little steps that lead to it. You see sitting there, holding an object, in the familiar looking dark green robes. As he looks up, you see the human features, the slight beard. You see, for the first time in over a year, Arley.
We will, first of all, she'll dismiss Aiden so that he's not in danger. And kind of hold her hands up. I'm not here to fight you.
I know. I know why you're here. But I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, well, you know me, I gotta try.
For centuries, I have sought nothing but peace for this world. It was once peaceful, I remember those days. No judgment, everyone was happy. Until that king decided that we were bad and started killing a lot of us.
Mhm.
During the war, ironically, what was the most peaceful district, helped develop this, the most powerful weapon in the universe, essentially. This is what helped us win. But I sensed that it couldn't be enough. And so I waited. I waited for things to calm down. I went into hiding. Those 5 friends of mine went into hiding. And we waited. And when I thought the time was right, I gathered a group of people in which the common goal was to bring the land of Zycran together. As if it was fragmented and couldn't trust each other. This group I called the Order. But some of them, specifically Lyodon, saw through what my plans were and turned on me. And so I went into hiding again. And in turn, they vowed that they would keep the regions separated and untrustworthy of each other, so I couldn't accomplish my goal. I waited even longer. I even had one of my friends. I even woke up one of my friends early to see about making a weapon. A weapon in which the mindset could not be altered at all. Even that proved to be a defect. So we hid it from the rest of the world. As I was wandering through the woods, hiding in no flee style, determining what I was going to do next, I so happened to run into your situation.
You didn't have to take me in and save me. You didn't have to take care of me like you did. They didn't do anything. It didn't further your plans. I was just a little baby gnome.
But that's the thing.
A little weird.
It did. The moment I saw you, I knew that by rescuing you, you would see me as a father figure. And you would be willing to help me out with me getting back at those who turned at me. Though I did have to hold back some information. Maybe say other things to ensure that you would help me. Those other 4 that I recruited, they were meant to be picked. During my hidings after the Order's betrayal, I searched around for my next group to hire. And no people stood out to me more than a daughter of a family who sought to be different, a wood elf who would no doubt be a champion of God, a human capable of stealth as strong as mine when in this form, and a big, scary-looking monster. Though that one was tricky. After all, I needed to make sure that he had no other plans. Jealousy can be a great weapon, especially when you point it to make it turn on their own family.
While he was talking, she would have still been walking slowly towards him, like you do, like a feral animal that you want to get close to, until she was sitting, like, on the dais with him. Bet it really messed up your plans that we actually liked each other, huh?
If you think about it, the goal was still accomplished. You helped reunite this land. You killed off my previous employer. You've killed off my previous employees. Which allowed me to make the distraction of attacks. And then you guys killed my original group. You took care of a lot of things for me.
About the original group. Most of them are back alive again.
Shouldn't have done that. Just more weapons for me to use.
Except for they're not on your side anymore.
Let them think that. While they can still think. You may see me, some may see me as a monster for what I have done. I see myself as no different. I am doing this for the better of Zykrand, to ensure that there will be peace. To
But
make
there is
sure that
peace.
there will be no such discrimination that occurred all those centuries ago again.
But we did that. Everyone's welcome in Nucleosile. And everybody in the world knows that. Everybody on Zykrand knows that everybody's welcome in Nucleosile. We went out and we sent that message to every corner of this world.
One place,
We look.
one region out of a whole continent.
But because we said that, other places have been doing it. I saw people that I never thought I'd see ever. I saw dragon ladies, and I saw the tieflings, and I saw were tigers and humans and everybody. They all mix together now. Who cares? And it's not just in Nucleosile because they all travel all over now. We made sure that there was trade with every group so that everybody could go anywhere they wanted. And they don't have to stay in Nucleosile just because they've been there for a while. They can go and live wherever they want, and everybody just accepts that. Isn't that what you wanted to begin with?
Things were peaceful until one person decided not so. How can I know that that won't happen again? How can I know that it won't again take one person, one different-minded, to do it all again?
Right now, the only person with a different mind is you. You're the only person causing any kind of war and strife in our world right now. Because all of us just want to go back to living our lives and be happy. And we can't do that. Takari can't be with her daughter. Dearest can't be with Honing.
But there is
Hugbear can't be with Mur and Corra and me.
But there is no war right now, is there?
Only because we don't allow it. We make sure that nobody needs to. Everybody has contact with each other and can talk their issues out. We can't promise that somewhere down the line in the century, all of us gone, that someone's not going to get the idea that they should rule the whole world. But for now, everybody's happy. Everybody's peaceful. Everybody's working together, and it's all okay, and that's all that matters is right now. You can't control everybody all the time. If that was true, then you'd be the thing that you didn't want to happen. Currently, the only threat to Zykrand is you. Currently, the only thing disrupting the peace is you. You've become the exact thing that you say you didn't want to happen again. And I know that you said that it wasn't real and that you just wanted to use me or whatever, but I don't think everything that you told me and taught me was fake. I don't believe that anybody could live there so long with somebody and treat them the way that you did to make them believe that you loved them if it wasn't real. At least a little bit. Even if you didn't realize it yourself. because you did make me love you. And I do love you, and I don't want to see you hurt. And I don't want to see my friends hurt. And I don't want to see the world that we built and put back together hurt.
I need you to make one hell of a persuasion check.
If you're not 20, the campaign's over. One in 20 shot. You just ended the campaign.
5% chance.
I mean, I don't have a. I mean, I have a +0.
Bobby just got an inspiration from Boyo.
I have shit ton of inspiration, but thank you.
Well,
Add to the pile.
I was
You don't
watching
know
so
what-
hard. I was watching so hard. I was like, if it's a
I'm
fucking
rolling.
20, I swear
I'm
to God.
rolling.
Okay.
I'm rerolling. Why did it roll 20?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Damn it.
wrong natural.
It's,
Fucking A.
you're supposed to do the other side. And
Right?
as you give this speech,
I think. Yeah. I know, I was upset, huh?
as you give this speech, you look up to Arley, and you see him looking down, and you see tears begin to drop onto the artifact that he holds. And he goes, I've always seen you as like a daughter to me. You gave me a perspective I thought I would never see. And I thank you for that. And he opens up for a hug.
I feel a little sus about that.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, you said you were sus. I didn't just throw it out.
No, you're good. This is not great.
Quiet from the peanut gallery.
No, I was already thinking it.
13. What you see in front of you is the Arley that you have known. This is Arley you've always seen. It's the Arley you've known. But I think it's the first time you've seen this sort of vulnerable emotion from him.
I can't. Well, Noah doesn't want to.
What does Bob do?
But Bop will probably lean in for a hug and get murdered.
And he braces you in the hug. And then you hear from him say, "But I can't just let it go like that." And your eyes, you begin to see pink clouds disrupt your vision. And the last thing you see is you look over towards the artifact and it glows. And you hear a voice in your head that speaks. You will protect us. And your vision goes dark. Meanwhile, the rest of you begin traveling.
No. Hugbear wants to do one last thing before. If you don't mind.
Before you leave?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. What's up?
So when Hugbear was saying, like, we have to go tell Bop's family and whatnot, and Dearest took the letter and ran off, Hugbear was still kind of preparing himself. He was kind of blankly, like, he was just saying things. He wasn't really taking in the world around him. Kind of just like I was, just like blinking and staring at the screen. Not really processing, like, everything that's going on. He's just getting himself ready. So when Dearest took the letter and, like, ran off to go do a thing, Hugbear didn't even, like, process, like, Dearest is going to go tell the family. Hugbear was just getting himself ready to go. So once he's more or less prepared for battle and the fight, he's going to walk to Bop's family or parents' home and knock on the door.
I'll say this is around after. I would say this is after Dearest got to talk to them, and you guys are just passing each other by, and you see the two begin to head back inside.
Perfect. So what they see is me in the doorway, fully prepared for battle. Glaive on his back, the hidden blade arm guard on his arm, and, like, he's pulling at the rope of entanglement on his armband. You know, just getting it tight as the door opens, and he doesn't even need to be greeted. He just kind of has his head down. And he's focused. He says, I bear no ill will towards you, but if you had held on to Bop the way you should have as a child, they'd know the love of the family. Not a life of captivity and torture. And phone decided to give me a Google thing here. They know the love of the family and not the life of captivity and torture. And not just the kindness of a man who twisted that kindness to use her for his own twisted goals. A fucking dragon that wants to fucking kill us all. But I'm not mad at you. Corra has a family. Takari has a family. Dearest has a wife. I had waffles, bacon, and that stupid fucking smile from Bop. If anyone failed in showing Bop what family was, it was me. I owe you nothing. I'm not going to promise you I'm going to bring her home. Because this isn't home. No Flea Isle it's just a place. You're just people. Bop needs to be reminded that home is wherever her true family is. I complain that they kicked around and moved too much in the tiny hut, that they talk too much, that caffeine will be the death of the both of us, but I would give them a triple espresso right fucking now to hear, hi, I'm Bop. I've threatened to eat her, beat her up, leave her for dead. If I'm the muscle of this party, I never once told her that she was the heart of this party, our most important muscle. Someone in the party that made people think, oh look, a Hugbear, this beast, this killing machine, wreaking havoc and toppling nations, this fucking monster. But they can't truly be that bad. They must be the good guys. Look at Bop. Their kindness made everything we ever did possible. We even believed in ourselves. We all but completed Arley's plan, this fight for peace. We must be the good guys. Behind all of our bloodshed, we had this shining beacon of good, Bop. We fucking gave this guy the very peace he asked for. Off our bloodshed and the kindness of Bob. If anyone can tame a dragon or change the world, it's Bob. Now listen, I don't know if we can do anything about Arley, but Bob and I have business. She has my ball bearing, and Hugbear will tighten his belt one more loop, and I'm gonna go get it back. And before they can say anything back, he's already turned around, and he's walking away quietly, walking up onto the crab, and he sits down and waits for somebody to get this thing fucking moving. And before he says another word, he takes a deep sigh, and if anybody's looking at him too closely, they'll see he's biting back a tear.
How fucking dare you?
I'm getting literal flashbacks to like all the good times that specifically Hugbear and Bob had throughout this whole story.
Oh.
77 sessions, fuck you.
Excuse me.
And there's your title for the session. 77 sessions. Fuck you.
I'm not crying. Shut up.
This is what happens when you bring writers into a cafe.
Me.
You know what? Fuck you.
This is what happens when you bring voice actors into.
Talented motherfuckers around here. Motherfuckers. Hate you all.
Takari will look over to Hugbear. We will get her back.
Yeah, Takari. We'll all fucking die trying, I guess.
And
You have your arrows. You're good.
Yeah, and I already fixed my spellbook. And would you say that we've had a couple hours to kind of tune to items?
yeah, I mean you would have had days. So.
Okay.
So the thing that I was trying to say is first day, instead of days to get there, technically couldn't Dearest use the letter in order to teleport the party directly to Bob?
Let me look at the spell. Using what? Teleport?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just take a
God.
Let me just
I didn't even think about that. And I know how teleport worked. I fucking hate my life.
You're a genius, by the way, Dearest. I'm still sitting in the crowd, and I'm just waiting for the thing to fucking move. But as soon as you come in with it, I'm in.
Going to say that you begin to cast the spell, and you find a connection with Bop, and you sense where she is. But then that connection just suddenly disappears. And the spell wears off.
He might have like an anti-magic field or some shit, but yeah. No, that was a great idea.
Alright. Since I know a general location, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know the direction.
But I know a general location?
Are we taking anybody else with us?
If you're attempting to use teleport again based off of that, it is too vague for you to just know where it is.
Well, I was going to say, technically, that would be considered as description or viewed once. Right?
But you didn't see anything when you attempted to cast this spell. You were just sensing a connection to Bob, but you
So,
know,
description.
You know the direction, but you don't know the distance.
Right, but so it would be a description. That's the equivalent of pointing to a spot on a map. Not necessarily seen casually, just description. Viewed once, something of that nature, but...
You know the area.
Wonderful, so description.
Again, it's... But it's not an exact pinpoint.
Right. So, I would have a I'm not looking to be at Bob.
Oh,
But to
I,
be
okay,
within-
okay,
It
would be like
I-
100
okay,
kilometers away.
I just
Yeah,
fucking-
I'm not trying to find a way to teleport like right
I
next to
literally
Bob.
just found
I'm like,
I literally just found the description familiarity. Yes.
yeah, okay. So yeah, that's all I was like, or seen casually to be like within a day's trip, considering we were just in that area to begin with. So
I'm gonna say description.
all right, cool. So I'll roll a D100, and I'm gonna try and get there. The absolute worst case is, mishap, which means that we can end up somewhere very random.
Go ahead.
All right, and I'm gonna use an inspiration on this.
Okay.
So first one.
First D100.
And second.
Similar. Okay. 67. It's off target.
So we're close, but
Yeah. All right. Let me take a look a second here for that. So, I'm gonna just drag this over here.
Oh, I was drawing.
No.
No drawing for you.
You begin to draw. You begin to, fucking. You cast the
I
spell.
begin fucking. All right.
You begin to.
Maybe later.
God, that was unnecessary.
Never again.
Well, let me just.
I'm crying for a different reason. I hated that.
Okay, well, while you do some calculations,
How about this?
Okay.
I need you, Dearest, to roll 2d10.
Okay.
Oh, pop back on really pain.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm just gonna roll something here. Okay. 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 Wait. Okay, cool. So, you begin to cast a spell. You were going based off a description of just the direction of where Bob is. You cast the spell. This is the first time you're casting it uncertain of where you're going. And you cast the spell, and you lift. So it is Takari, Dearest, Hugbear,
Slice.
And we'll say Corra, just to make sure
Corra.
that she's there for...
Okay.
Dugok and One.
Oh, Dugok and Hone?
If you want, I mean, probably Dugok because that's a Hugbear thing. He would probably bring.
I told him he has to help us come fucking kill a dragon.
That is true, and Hone
it'd be
already
up-
volunteered for that.
Okay.
Aggressively volunteered for that.
Does Dearest want Hone to join them?
Sorry, were you about to say, am I going to allow Hone to come with? Do you know anything about her? She
Well,
would say, go fuck yourself.
I mean,
I'm
he's the
coming
one
with.
casting. Dearest is the one casting the spell. They can just be like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, you can come, honey," and then just totally, oops, we just teleported out. Sorry, bitch.
Do you want to try that? Would Dearest?
No, because she can cast teleport too. She would follow. I could do that, and then she would follow and smack him upside the head.
Okay. So,
Yeah, and hers would be.
So-
You fucking
Just be
metal
going to him.
bastard.
yes, but it doesn't matter if she is able to do so or not. Does Dearest, in his heart, does Dearest want Hone to stay safe so much that he tries to ditch without her?
Yeah, he probably would.
Okay.
That's what Buff did, and now y'all are
That's-
fucking.
Okay. And I'll say that you do.
Alright. For some reason, she just can't teleport in there.
Okay. And so Takari, Dearest, Slice, Hugbear, Corra, and Dugok. You guys teleport and hope that Dearest in the steering wheel in a place that he doesn't really know does decent. And you teleport, you land, and you look around, and you notice that the ground is dry, cracked, uneven, and you look around to see where you are, but it's kind of hard to determine where you are when you are inside a huge crater, in which Corra and Hugbear will both immediately realize all of you are in the dangerous, unventured areas of Swepsnaws.
Too far off. Try again.
Though you do
Now
not
they're on the moon.
Though you recognize the terrain, where in there specifically, you do not know.
How many miles was I trying to travel?
From Nophiasile, a lot. And those two, I'll tell you this, those 2d10s that you rolled, it was 5 times 2, 10. You were 10% off.
Right, I get that. I'm trying to figure out how many miles in what direction you sent us. Well, obviously I know what direction, but like, how many miles? Because that's a fuck ton.
Oh, there's a couple craters on the map. I'm going to assume it's the bottom one that says Dearest Prison and Home. Anyways,
Listen, I listened.
11 feet to me.
11 feet, 11 feet.
perfect. I mean, looking up, are there stars, or is the sun up?
Yeah, the sun is up, and it is hot.
Yeah. I think we're
Like,
a wee bit off. If we're, where I think we are home, the sun is there, we want to go probably that direction.
make a survival check for me.
I'm doing the
Can I
mile.
as well?
The mile.
Sure. Anyone who wants to make a survival check can make a survival check.
I'm not there.
22. Okay. You're not there.
I is
21.
slow.
Okay. Oh wow, Slice. Not that far off. And 50. Better than Hugbear's. So yeah, Dearest, you calculate that you have missed. You missed. But in the direction you are north. And if you were to pull out a map to determine how far you missed. Give me a sec. I need to use my phone as a way of measurement here. Okay. You find yourself, if you're looking at a map, you can determine you are around where this crater is. And you would, if you were to go on foot, you would have to traverse 2 days.
I know you got us closer, but we're on a very dangerous spot here. Everybody watch where you step. Every step could be a round of usual size of our geyser.
And as you mention that, you begin to feel the ground shake underneath you. And you feel the vibrations strangely get closer and closer. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I make a reaction to use shape water to direct the water away from us?
There is no water.
Alright.
What about our water skins?
It's not going to be enough.
Damn it. I tried.
Damn it, Slice.
I was trying to help you, dearest.
It's fine. I thought it was a geyser. I was like, oh, no, we're going to push that away.
Okay, so what do we have? We have dexterity saving throws. We have 20. Well, hold on. Hugbear, is your thing is the thing based on only what you can see, or is it what you can see and hear?
Advantage on dex against effects that you can see while not blinded. So I mean, like knowing that it's coming.
Okay.
Because it does say blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
That is true. But it's mostly reliant on sight. Is what I'm getting at.
I just assumed because it also said deafened, it was something like if you can hear it, then you know it's coming.
Okay, then yeah, I'll give you the advantage. So what we have, 20, 19, 29, 4. You guys are lucky the DC was 19.
Sick.
So Slice gets hit, though.
Yeah, but all of you will still take half damage. Just want to make sure. Yeah. As suddenly the ground begins to feel to erupt underneath you, all of you manage to quickly jump out of the way. Slice not so much, and you see what you guys would think would be something like magma. But instead, you see something very large and purple shoot out from below and shoot out. The players, the three of you, take This is already halved. 9 points of piercing, 7 points of acid. So
So 12 in
total
total.
of 16.
15. 16.
16 points of damage.
Okay.
And you see, all of you look around to see how you're all doing. Dearest, you see Hugbear. You see Takari. You don't see Slice. As you hear, "My lord, I've appeared to be grappled!" from above where this giant thing shot up. And it looks down on all of you and gives a monster scream. As,
You cut out there, dude.
I cut out there? Okay, well, apparently just... For those of you who are watching on Twitch, you got the full sound. You're welcome.
I think it might have been your mic clipping, but yeah, it was good.
I think it was just Discord, because it tends to do that. And as this seems to get ready to deal some more damage, you see out of nowhere a little red beam of, you see, first you see a little red beam of light shoot to where this creature is in the head, and you see a large explosion of fire, and you see that in which Dearest, I need Slice to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh, poor Slice.
That's a lot better than what he did last time.
That's gonna fail still. As it deals, and I could say that this creature comes out already looking damaged. Slice takes 38 points of fire damage, but it's then let go and begins to fall as he Slice takes out his sword, stabs this very large creature, gets to basically hack and slide down this creature, dealing damage. I need to roll some d10s.
Gonna say if he's using his
it'd be a
his
D8.
flaming sword.
It'd be a d8, right?
Yeah, it's a D8.
So,
But I was gonna say is that if he's using his flaming sword, then he could be dealing fire damage on the way down too.
additionally, yeah, he would have called it.
Yeah,
And then go slide down.
so that's an extra 2d6.
Yep. But because he's basically falling down at around 30 feet, he is going to be dealing. On his way down, he's going to be doing 3d8 plus 6d6. If my math is correct.
Yes, plus 5 for each of those
So 15.
d8s. Yeah.
So 15. So 3d8
Yeah.
plus 15 plus 66.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to roll the damage publicly. As Slice on the way down while basically carving this creature is doing like 41 points of damage. And as you try to determine what the hell is going on, you see that this creature gets bombarded with a lot of dart-like, with a lot of dart-like javelins, in which Hugbear and Takari you recognize to be magic missile. As you see all these magic missiles begin to hit through, penetrates through, and comes out the other side of this creature. And the creature in this basically whale then collapses to the ground, dead. And before anything else happened, Slice gets 6,500 XP.
Oh! Nice!
From helping take care of this essentially already damaged purple worm.
Said 6,500?
6,500. And Hugbear and Takari, as both of you think, why did that look familiar? You look over into the direction of where all those missiles came from, and you see a familiar-looking female wood elf. And you recognize to be Honora. And this is where we're getting into tonight's session.
See, I knew we were fucking.
As soon as the magic missiles came out, I was like, there she is.